Your host Khadijah Sam here with my guy EA Eric
You
Allen.
already
Everybody
know.
knows him.
Hello.
So what's up, E?
Not much, man. There's a lot going on, and and we're not. I'm getting straight to it. Black history is really not being talked about as it used to.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't. I try to think about it because people get more hip, and I guess I was told by one young person that we black every day. So what do you
Really?
like? So why? What are you talking about?
So that means because we black every day, we should not
Acknowledge
we
our
shouldn't
blackness.
acknowledge our superiority in our blackness, because that's what Black History Month is all about. It's all about our superiority in blackness, in my opinion, because we have so many Black Americans who have done so many things in this country that they're never acknowledged for. And I was telling you earlier that I found out about a guy. His name is Julian Francis Abel, and he was the first Black American to attend the University of Pennsylvania as an architect major.
Oh, wow.
He also designed the Philadelphia Art Museum, the Land and Title Building, as well as Duke University, and over 400 other buildings. And he was
What was his name?
His name is Julian Francis Abel. His birthday,
Julius Francis Abel. Did you check that name reference?
Did I check it? Yeah, I actually was online looking it up.
Julian
Francis Abel. Abele.
Wow.
And he actually wasn't credited. Of course, he wasn't credited for his work while he was alive. He wasn't credited for most of his work until after he died.
Oh, wow.
And with Duke University, he wasn't even allowed on the campus. Well, no, I won't say he wasn't allowed. He chose not to go on the campus of Duke, although he designed it, because of the Jim Crow laws. So here we have a man who designed Duke University, which is one of the most prestigious universities in the country till today. A black man designed it, and he wasn't even comfortable enough to even go into the university that he designed because of racism.
I could believe that.
Right.
Because of back then, look out.
I mean, just how many people knew that a black man was the architect behind the art museum? This is one of the most...
Well, let me say this. On the Philly Stormer Fashion Show film, a person told me that.
Wow.
About not so much the art museum, about a whole bunch of different landscaping. Wow. That just blew my mind because he's like 80-something years old. So he was referencing
different architecture stuff in the city.
That, I know I'm on to something.
Yes.
Honestly, because that touched me. That's why when you broke that down, you explained who he was. See, those names, that was probably at a time. I would like to research that name.
Yes, research
that last name and see that messed us up right there.
Right. Because everybody comes in the city and they run up and down the art museum steps, and this is one of the most visited places for tourism in our city. And no one.
I wonder, did he do the steps?
He designed. Well, it says he designed the whole the art museum building, so I'm sure that the steps was a part of it, because I can't see the museum without the steps, because it's up on that hill. It's up on that hill, and his birth. He was born in 1881 and he died in 1950.
So what?
So he
lived
nice. So he lived a nice long time, and he wasn't credited for a lot of his work due to racism in America. And there are so many other people out of Philadelphia who were first in many things. There was a lady named Sadie Tanner Moselle. Sadie.
Don't you know I love you, sweet Sadie?
She was one of the first.
That's Sadie?
Sadie. Her name is Sadie.
That's Sadie? The one
no, not what's his name? R. Kelly mother. Oh no, that wasn't Sadie. That wasn't R. Kelly. That was the remix.
What was the
who sang that? The OJs?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Jeez, God damn it, that killed the vibe, Deej. Damn. Jeez. I had to think. I would think of his.
Sweeter than cotton candy. Wow, wow.
Yes, she was also a Philadelphia resident, and she was the first African American female to graduate from the University of Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
She also was one of the first African Americans to work as an assistant to the city solicitor in Philadelphia when women of no races were actually working in City Hall.
Oh, that's dope.
Right. And this woman is from Philadelphia. So Philadelphia has a bunch of hidden legends here that we know nothing about.
Let me tell you another hidden legend that a lot of people really don't be. You're a hidden legend.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a living legend.
The way you writing that Yama film.
Absolutely. Come on.
You're a hidden legend. Like, I can't wait just to be a part of your.
Well, I'm honored to have been asked to write the screenplay for her, and I am really enjoying writing this screenplay. This is like, I was doing my own little thing, but just to be actually, writing one for a book that was already done, I'm honored, and I'm really enjoying it. And
she's really trying to make this like like a movie.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a movie. And not only is it going to be a movie, it's going to be a hit, okay?
Oh.
It's going to be a hit.
We're going to sit in the movies and watch this.
It's definitely going to be a hit, trust me. Because the book itself is actually a good book. And if you guys haven't read it, go out and get this book. It's China White, okay? It's called, China White is the main character, but it's called A Body to Kill For. And it's written by Kiana Nicole. And it is a really, really good book. And so I'm in the process of writing the screenplay for this book. And the book is really good. And me having to, write the screenplay, of course I have to read it over and over. You know what I mean? And I've read the book, but some of the things I forgot some of the stuff, right? So now that I'm writing the screenplay, and I'm like, oh wow, I forgot about this part. I got to juice this part up, right?
Right.
So I'm just so excited to be and honored to be asked to do it. And I just can't wait until the finished product is done.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I do want to bring something into the mix. This is all about willpower. Did you see the power of majority of the African American men like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Allen Iverson? A lot of those great players, which everybody attribute the slam dunk contest.
Right.
But that NBA player, that was, I don't know about Ja, but that was powerful for me.
Was this last one with Steph Curry?
Just where all of them, they brought up and introduced every guard. They started out with the centers.
Okay.
Every forward and every guard that were great in the last 75 years.
Wow.
Basketball players.
I didn't watch the All-Star game.
That was I ain't gonna lie. I'm so glad I caught that part. Because I'm watching something. I'm watching our people elevate. Despite, we got some work to do with our inner city violence and stuff like that.
Right.
We got some work to do. But I'm watching our people, turn my headphones up some, please. I'm watching our people elevate.
They better?
No, that's not. Hear that one. I'm watching our people elevate to a spectrum where, I don't know about you, the Super Bowl, the Dr. Dre, Snoop
the
Dogg,
halftime show was lit,
Mary
J. Yes.
And even Eminem.
Yes. Oh, and 50, don't forget 50
Cent.
50 snuck in there a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, definitely don't want to leave out 5. That, for me, that was the biggest power that I felt in my heart and my soul coming out of that television.
Right.
In a long time.
Yes, it was a very good halftime show.
For it to be a Super Bowl.
Yes.
All right, it ain't the Eagles in it. Whatever your team is, y'all can relate. You know, but to see those powerful brothers that once used to tear down a society,
right,
just to get their point across,
absolutely,
and now are music and billionaires,
absolutely, billionaires.
They once used to tear down their communities. Now they're music and business moguls. So, when I watched the NBA playoffs, whatever it was called, whatever, that's how I know I'm getting old.
You forget.
Whatever, the NBA,
the
finals, whatever, the slam dunk contest.
Oh, you mean the All-Star, that All-Star weekend.
The All-Star weekend, that whole celebration.
All-Star weekend.
I watched that the other night. When I seen DJ Khaled, they started off with DJ Khaled. He bought everybody out. Khaled bought out everybody. I was really, really loving, because I don't know what y'all, how y'all see it, but I see it as that our people are starting to unite.
Yes.
Symbolically. Whether it's touching a large spectrum of our intertwining, because for a while, right before the pandemic, we had a large volume of gang banging against one another.
A lot of that, a lot of looting, a lot of that stuff was going on.
Oh my God.
It was a lot.
It
was a lot. And then right in the middle of the pandemic with all of that, was the stuff that happened after George Floyd.
Even now, with the looting and the Louis store,
wow.
It's just more embarrassing, a couple of things. But I do see our people being united, and I think that's a good thing to have that being done during Black History Month.
Absolutely.
That is very important, because that NBA playoffs weekend, whatever it's called again?
The All-Star weekend.
All-Star weekend footage with DJ Khaled and everybody performing. That's monumental. That will always go down in history that it occurred during Black History Month. So with that Super Bowl, because that was something different.
But just think about it.
Oh my God,
the
that was
Super
different.
Bowl and the All-Star weekend usually always falls in Black History Month.
See, but
it's just that we weren't.
I never really.
Yes, think about it. The Super Bowl is always that first or second weekend of February, and the All-Star weekend is always either in February or early March.
Let me ask you a question, because we're gonna get into some willpower, right? And we're gonna talk. We said that we're gonna actually talk about some Black history awareness. I just want to, and I never get political or get spooky with terminology and certain things that we all do, because I have fingers pointed at me as well. But I had to get suited and booted for this conversation.
I see.
Let me pull my pants up. Excuse me.
Got your fashion sense on the day.
So let me say this. My tie crooked.
Nope.
Let me say this. And I wanted to ask them, and it's not a good thing. I don't want to start a big thing about it, but I just want to know, and we know the origin of the word picnic, why do we still use it?
First of all, I don't think that everyone really actually knows the origin of the word picnic.
All they gotta do is Google it and press images.
But for many years when we were having picnics, because I know for a long time I did not know what that meant. And then when I found out what it meant, I was appalled, one, because I've used the word so many times. You understand what I'm saying? But just the thing,
you was saluting with them.
But you know what? You know.
During the 4th of July.
The most appalling part about the whole picnic thing is, just think about the people who took their children to watch stuff like that. Okay? Now, mind you, that wasn't so long ago. So some of those kids is probably around 60, 70 years old.
About 70,
that watch,
70, 80.
That watch that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? What is the mindset of a parent that takes their child to watch another human being be burned?
Right. That's exactly what.
Be hung.
Right.
And it's
more burned.
And it's a celebration. It's like we're gonna get dressed. They have
and they used to bring apples and sandwiches and sit out
there and watch
our people. Called Pick a Ninja.
Pick a nigga.
And that's
you know.
Beat him up.
So just pick one today.
Pick one.
We going.
It's not funny.
You know, it's not because when I think about the mindset of the people who allowed their children to watch stuff like that, and that their children who watched it are probably still alive right now.
Yeah.
What are they teaching their children?
Yeah.
You know, are they some of the children of the police officers? And I'm not just picking on the police, but you know, a lot of those people go into law enforcement because that's a way to pump their stuff up and get their stuff out there.
Let me say this while we talk about the policemen. I salute the policemen on every level. They human beings just like us. And if you're on the wrong spectrum of the street, of course you're going to always frown upon right. I look at it like this. If stand what you do and say, first of all, let's get the street stuff out of the way.
Right.
The egotistic gangster talk. Stand what you do and say, period. Excuse me. Now, let's get back to, first of all, if you indulge in any kind of thing that's not right or it's harmful, it should be somebody governing that.
Right.
I mean, because I always look at it, and I used to tell people, I ain't governing what you do, and I would never speak on what you do. But imagine, how would your grandmother be safe?
Right.
Or your daughter?
So
think your mother.
Listen to this. So there's actually postcards and things like that floating around with people standing underneath the bodies. You know.
What?
Yeah, they made postcards. They made postcards out of these situations. And it wasn't until many governors of those states was like, okay, don't make no more postcards out of that stuff.
Who was making the postcards?
The people were making postcards
like
out.
People of their own deceased will put their...
The people who were out there burning their bodies and they were taking the pictures, well, they were making postcards.
Oh, yeah.
And these people
you talking about from the root origin of the word.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
I'm hip to it.
So, and let me tell you
I
how...
I was trying to get off it, but good.
Nah, because you started it. But let me just tell you how we're still so close to it. Wow. When I was in Williamsport, me and my mom went to a yard sale. Now this was about 2000. I'm gonna say this had to be like 2005. My mom and we love to go to garage sales, so we went at a garage sale, right? And we were getting nice little things, and there was a lady in there. Now I don't know why she thought she should have showed me the picture. But I don't know. But she shows me this picture, right? This picture was a whole bunch of little buckwheats. You remember? You know.
Oh my God!
They were hanging by. They had monkey tails, and they were hanging on every branch of the tree.
Motherfucker!
And I was so freaking mad, right?
So
I was mad as shit. And everything I had in my hand, I put down. And my mom was like, I said, we're not buying shit out of here. I'm not buying nothing. So my mom was like, what's wrong? And I showed her the picture. And my mother was pissed. She's like, this motherfucker. My mom was mad as hell. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't they just throw that away? I mean.
No, but now let me defend the clear folk. let me defend. Because maybe she wasn't conscious that it will. I don't know. Maybe she could have thought it was art. She could have thought, hey, this is black people on here. You want to buy it? You black.
First of all, the person that showed me the picture wasn't a person that was having a yard sale. She was another person that was buying things from the yard sale.
Oh, so she was the bid. Oh, I would have turned around at her and said, oh. Right. That would look good for all the kings looking on the manor.
But you
should put that up on your wall.
I was so freaking mad. I wanted to smack her, but I didn't smack her because it's I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, sister. Listen, my sister. You do not. Either we gonna be. I can go 2022. But listen, we paraphrasing some of our.
But just think about it.
Chill.
They had that in their house all those years, okay? And it was 2005, and they was just getting rid of the picture.
Yeah, well, what do you want them to do with it?
They
Becky
should
try and get rid of it.
No, they should have. But you don't fucking sell it at a yard sale. You throw shit like that in the trash.
No, because it.
No,
because
they wanted to say, look how ignorant my grandparents or my parents was that they had this picture in their house. Because that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That's deep.
That's how I saw it.
But a lot of people know about it and still doing it. My next question. This all coincide with Black History. Do you feel offended when you hear your brothers, like me per se? If I was talking to another person in a studio atmosphere or cool atmosphere, and I say my N-I-G-G-A.
No.
Like, what's up, my Like, do you get offended as a woman? And I want some other women. I want y'all to chime in.
Now,
even if you just send some, I want to know that question.
Me personally, I don't get offended. It doesn't offend me because, in my personal opinion, the way we used it.
Conscious,
but I'm a conscious, exactly. But if I'm on my conscience, then is it niggas or niggas?
You sugarcoat
Is it that? No, because it could have come from the word niggas, which means king, and they tried to use it and make it become a derogatory term. Yeah. And we taking that shit back.
Okay.
Instead of we shouldn't be spelling it N-I-G-G-A, we should be spelling it N-E-G-U-S.
Now, let me just add, do you think all the historians, based on your fact, I ain't saying that, I'm going to say, you understand me.
Right.
I'm going to say, you my ninja.
Okay.
But I do like to use that word when I'm talking.
Right.
You know, when I'm having fun, you know, like, all right, now, can I use it in an acting word? Y'all would not judge me if I was Sidney Poitier or Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart, maybe, you know, if I was doing a little acting. So I'm going to do a little acting.
Now, to be honest.
Hold on, I'm going to do a little acting. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. I'm going to do my black talk acting 101.
Go.
Count me down. You got to count me down. No,
5,
you ain't got to count that
4,
far. No, 3, 2, 1, action. That's the action. No, do it right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
Yo, hey Ben, what's up, my nigga? Oh man, I fuck you, my nigga, dog. I love you, dog, man. You a real nigga, bro. Like, I appreciate you dropping it off, man. My dog ran out of dog food, and the cat ran out of cat food, and you came through with both. I appreciate you, my nigga. All right, I'm gonna hit you up later when I get off work. All right, my G. All right. Now, I know them words are powerful.
Right.
If you take it out of the context of, you know, the way. Now, this is crazy. But listen to me, y'all. Like, some people, is it okay to use that word, you know, the way we use it, the way I just paraphrased it? But I'm talking to the ones that say no because of the reason. Because sometimes we got to change our, I ain't saying forget. I ain't saying sell out. I ain't saying get paid for a parade. That ain't what I'm saying. That ain't what I'm saying. Get the ladies a pocketbook and give me a pair of shoes. That ain't what I'm saying at all. But I really want to know that. Because I think it's kind of cool. Am I rude for saying that?
No, because I think that, like I said, that
your family would be the first one to judge.
Where they at?
You gotta ask them. Your family be snapping.
Hey, Dawn.
I want to know, like, seriously.
What you think, Dawn? But me personally, it's the way it's said, because they don't say it, my nigga. They be like, you nigger. And there's a difference. It's a difference with the intention, in my opinion. I'm just basing on my opinion.
Like on Mike and them show, they was talking about how, yes, the video went around. It went a little viral. How they showed a black guy. I didn't think it was a bar. I thought it was a diner.
Oh, yeah, with the old man.
And the old man called him a nigga.
Yes.
When he said, say it again.
And he smacked him.
And he must have said it again.
Lord have mercy.
And by the time he got over there,
he did a whole bunch of open hands.
Poor little lady. She was trying to.
People was running.
She was trying to tell him, shut up. She would say, shut up. I don't know if she
stop
was.
it. She was telling him to
He
stop.
literally.
Open palmed him like 1,000 times.
He smacked that man.
Okay.
And
it wasn't enough because you know what? He got up and he still was talking. So you understand?
And he slapped him again.
But this is the thing. He didn't care how many times he got smacked. His mindset was what it was.
He did.
I mean, yeah. But at that point,
I guarantee you.
Listen, if it wasn't for that lady pulling him out of there, he probably would have got a really, really bad royal beatdown because he didn't stop.
I think he's going to change after them slaps. No, honestly. It may, like,
he
go on Facebook and look
robe.
up. All you got to look is up. It's up there somewhere.
Listen,
Y'all find it
that was,
on Instagram.
You guys seen that video with the gentleman smacking the older white man. But it was
because he called him
because he was belligerent and he said it more than once. Okay, and that was the whole thing. Because in his mind, no matter what, that's what you are to him. Mm-hmm. He said, no, what he said was, some black people are black and you can hear the man. He said some people are black and some people is niggers. That's what the man said. And then he said, okay, that was it. And that's when he smacked them. Okay? That's what he said.
Well, that is true because then that makes white people niggers.
They
Puerto Ricans, Asians.
Listen, I'll call anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think I call it. I don't think I see.
You know what's so funny to me though? Let me just say this. It's so funny to me about that word. Did you see that? Who was it? It was an actor. He said, "Say it." They were sitting in the studio, and the white guy was like, "I can't say it." He's like, "Say it. Say the word." And they were like, "No, we can't say it." He said, "Why? Why can't you say it? Say it." And they're like, "You know we can't say it." And he said, "Why not?" Do you see that video?
I've seen I don't know which one, but I did see a couple things where
what was his name?
I can't remember because yes, I remember.
An actor. I can't think of what his name is.
I know white boys that's cool as shit that use it.
Right.
And we say, what's up, man? I say the same thing to them. What's up, my nigga?
I do too.
I do. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, all right, count. You can't count that as one of my sins. Who is you? You ain't.
Listen, there's a whole bunch of other stuff.
You ain't.
That you could be calling us.
Right. Don't be judging me. We just asked. That's the topic.
Because they don't want to say it. What they don't want to say it now is because we took it and say it. But had we not took it and said it, they'd say it all day.
That's true.
So now it's like offensive. It's offensive now because we say it. But it wasn't offensive when we were being called that for hundreds of years.
I got one more. That was the masculine one. What about being called bitch? The bitch word. Come on, no.
I don't like to be called a bitch.
We're conscious.
Yeah, I don't.
But we can be ebonic. We can be refuge.
This is my thing.
What is the word? What is the word?
The word bitch means a female dog.
Okay. This is Black history. So
that's what it means.
We're asking our sisters. I mean, now, that's the same topic. I had this already cooking. I was waiting. Now, if it's okay to say, what's up, my nigga? Why can't we say that's my bitch?
Who's there? Like, oh.
I'm just saying, like,
But people say it.
Like,
it's not why can't we say it. People say it every day.
Me and the guys are around. Me and the guys having guy talk. Like J-Lo. I knew she was gonna go back because Ben Affleck got swag.
The one laughing her ass off.
He fun. So I love J-Lo. So I'll be like, that's my bitch.
But we as women, say it too.
Why y'all get mad?
But we say it too to each other. I would be lying if I said that we did not. I would be lying if I said that we don't say that to each other because we do.
Right.
We do. Be it right or wrong, and however people see it.
But
women say it to each other. It depends on who you. Somebody can't call. Certain people can't say that to me.
See why?
Because I don't fuck with you like that. So that means you can't say that to me.
We gotta change our mindset. Mm-mm. This is willpower. This is willpower. You gotta have the will and the power to move on. Sister, my sister, you can't hit my sister. Now, if you're in a circumstance or a situation like the brother was, Now,
Jansen says she's not offended by the word bitch, but if you call me a bitch and I start acting like one, don't be surprised. And Dawn said they can't say it because they not my bitch.
All right, see, all right.
Okay,
so that's cool. All right,
right. So now you okay?
So we got it.
That's it.
Okay,
there you go,
now, guys. It's okay only if that's your dog. Like no sleeping around with each other. Like if that's your female homie, that's my bitch. No, that's my, like as girls say it. So white boys, if you my dog, you can say, what's up, my nigga? You ain't got to be afraid. I don't care where we at. We could be downtown, Center City, great going to gallery. And you say, EA, what's up, my nigga? You could be the cold white boy of all white boys.
Do Eminem
it's
say
okay.
It? Does Eminem say it?
Yeah, I'm quite sure Eminem called 50 Cent my nigga. Yeah, come on. Eminem ain't white, man. Eminem is a brother.
He's from 8 Mile.
Eminem is a brother. That brother, listen, Eminem is ours.
The whitest brother in America.
Hey, listen. We used to like Timberland, what's his name before he brushed Janet off when Janet showed the little cleavage?
Oh, you talking about Justin Timberlake?
Justin Timberlake. That was our guy before
he was,
he did
but
that.
then he ain't stand up for it. He should have
Now
stood up.
he's trying to stand up. It's too late.
Even though
Too late,
Janet, I know Janet said, I told him not to say, fuck that. You still should have, he still should have said something.
Janet Jackson, I watched a little bit of her story. Y'all should watch it. It's very decent.
It's very good.
All right, let me say this, Janet. Oh, Janet, I got you, Janet. Hold on, baby. I got you. I'm going to defend you right now. Let me pull my pants up. Put my swag on. Hold on. Janet, listen, baby. Like, I know you only wanted to just be Janet Jackson. And you ain't really want to be Lil Mike's sister. Like, you just wanted to be Janet Jackson. Let me tell you a couple mistakes you made. Jermaine Dupri, first of all, you should have got somebody that looked like me. You should have never got bored. That's number one. You should have never did that. I get it. You make mistakes. And Janet, you going to be the finest woman that always lived, baby. Baby, Janet, don't worry, baby. And listen, you know you meant for that titty to come out of the Super Bowl, baby.
I don't believe she did.
No, whatever. Listen, he pulled the arm. It came out. Listen, so what, white people? So what? Everybody in the industry, we're saying it.
They was mad about that, but not mad at Hugh Hefner.
Well, right. No, wait a minute. We ain't done. Let me just say why I'm saying this. Please, we asking on the strength of our show, Willpower, to please give Janet back her flowers all the years that y'all took away from her titty popping out. Because look, 2022, y'all got my baby, Nicki Stallion, on there pop locking and dropping on a chicken. Like, come on.
Oh, Megan Thee
Butt
Stallion.
and chicken?
Oh, ain't on that. What's that? The Kentucky Fried Chicken?
What? No, on the Popeyes. I think.
One of them chicken.
I said,
hey, E.
But I'm just saying, now it's cool. Look, twerking and all. Janet.
See, this is the thing. They are full of it. Okay, is what it is.
Ain't cool.
They pick and choose when the titties can't pop out. Okay, they acting like because it was the Super Bowl. How many kids actually really just sitting down watching the Super Bowl?
Did you see Mary J. Blige's legs? That was like a titty.
They was full of it.
Mary J. looked at
They
gorgeous.
were just mad because, let me tell you what it was. This is my opinion. They was mad because Janet was up there dancing with the white boy, and he had to be the one where the titty popped out.
Yeah.
That's what it was to me. That's
Kim,
my personal.
Because of Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Yeah. It was cool to Ray J,
they pick and choose
put
they
some
shit.
of that melanin in that videote, and it went viral.
Yeah, they did Janet dirty. Yeah,
I always wanted to see a mandinga work in bed.
They just was, and that was it. They were just it had this. I think that it was because of the person that she was performing with that incident happened, and they blew that shit all out of proportion. You would have thought that he touched her and her whole outfit fell off.
But it's so decent.
They made such a big deal out of it.
When you rewatch it, people don't even remember that happened.
Listen, when it happened, I didn't pay that much attention to it. And then after it was over, they made such a big deal out of it.
Come on. Even women, you ain't make a big deal out of Janet
it wasn't
Jackson.
that big to me.
boob
No,
falling out.
no.
Come on, you're not.
Please, I'm serious.
No,
we
no,
watch so much crap on TV every day. That's the least that I thought that they was gonna make a
TV
big
got worse.
deal out of it. Way
TV got
worse.
And ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. No R. Kelly. You know, I'm just saying. The man.
But this is the thing. Why didn't they believe her when she said it was an accident? That was my thing. They had to tear her down and make such a big deal out of it when it wasn't that deep. And she said it was an accident.
I don't think it's that they believed her. Janet wasn't quite influencing in her testimony.
She tired of you, mother.
No,
that's why.
she wasn't.
She's sick
was
of
too
people.
laid back in her testimony.
She's always laid back. When is Janet not laid back?
She's didn't mean it.
She's Michael Jackson.
My titty just happened to go. Oh my God.
She did not say
my titty. She did. You know, see, if Janet would have been, all right, let's flip the script.
Now Janet would have been like,
if
man,
Janet would have been Nicki
my titty
Minaj,
came out, and that's that.
If Janet would have been Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj would have been asked, excuse me, Nicki Minaj, did you know your titty was gonna pop out at the Super Bowl party?
And she would have been like, I'm Barbie, and Barbie titties is always out.
See, Janet ain't know what to say. They got my babe. They got Megan Thee Stallion on a Popeye. I swear,
you know
when I watched that commercial,
can you?
I said, "Wait a minute,
it's chicken.
This is twerk."
What the subliminal messages? I tell you, the subliminal messages.
This is twerking
for the chicken.
With the girl got the best twerk in the whole wide world. Kingdom Come, thy will be done. Oh yeah, Megan Thee Stallion on the Popeyes, talking about a 3-piece and a biscuit commercial.
And they ain't talking about that.
Like, and don't make me find a commercial. Please find that commercial.
I know y'all seen that
commercial. Find that commercial.
The chicken commercial.
And you're going to say,
so EA, you're a man. So when you see that commercial, does that make you automatically want to run out to Popeyes and get a bucket of chicken?
That's my point.
What does it do?
All right, let me keep it real. It made me say, damn, I'm about to call my pup over and get some Popeyes chicken and get some. It ain't make me say, go buy some Popeyes. Ooh, Popeyes. Oh, I get it now.
Really?
Megan is juicy.
The chicken is juicy.
The chicken is, y'all going there. Popeyes, y'all out of pocket. Y'all worse. All right, since we talk about Black history and just now,
really,
we may be putting it in a spin where it may be seeming negative, but we glorifying our people because they mega stars. Let's just be real. And we just we not gossiping, we just sharing a little willpower, understanding power, and not information. Because we don't give you the information, how would you know? Some things you will want to be conscious of and carry throughout your day. Some things you just actually let it go through one ear and out the other and put it in the trash.
You have to pick and choose what you're going to listen to. That's all.
Absolutely.
Or how you going to let it affect you.
Absolutely. Now, I got one more. I want you to be honest. If you could change your name today, but that may not affect you, because you got to, I'm saying this during Black History.
See, I already got a name.
You do. You already got a
I already got a name that people.
Khadijah.
No, but don't forget. Like
my name is Eric. Like, who, like, I'm sorry, I'm Confessions, Usher. Let me pull my pants up. That's just the professional, you know. If I was standing up, I would always keep hunting. That's just the look. You notice in elegance class, they teach you that. Have you standing up, always hunch your suit, you know, as you're speaking.
Right.
Just, it's part of being elegant. Now, if I can, I really want to change that because it's going to put out it's your fault too.
I'm going to make you laugh when
Eric. Like, would you want to change your name and be like Abdul?
Would you?
Latif? Olajuwon? Nafis? Or would you be afraid to be an Abdul Olajuwon when you go into corporate America?
Listen.
Do you change up?
Question.
Do you change up when you're speaking to clear folks or any other race?
Code switch.
Do you change up y'all know what I'm talking about, corporate people.
Code switch.
I work in corporate. I know I'm talking about. Do you call it code switch?
Mm-hmm.
We used to call it talking white.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated it. Let me say this right now. Brothers and sisters. Can I do it like Public Enemies you do?
I don't know what this
Brothers
world...
and sisters! Small children. I don't know what this world is coming to. Let's educate our folks on Black History Month. This is willpower. It's okay to enunciate and speak appropriately.
Yes.
When we was raised up, we was afraid to speak elegantly or speak or enunciate because we was told that it was talking white. You trying to talk white.
Right.
So me, I'm a sales manager that y'all know. Compliance and sales. So when I'm talking to a multi-millionaire on the phone about their receivables,
you better enunciate.
Their delinquent receivables. First of all, I'm asking this man or this young lady that owns a Fortune 500, 1,500 company like Coca-Cola, companies like that, about their AR. Something that's on their DSO, daily sales operation. Come on, you're going to get some willpower, some information today.
Right.
It's Black History. So it's okay to speak and enunciate. Learn proper words.
It's proper English.
Well, we don't speak proper English. Howdy, man, and all that. That's that proper English.
No, that's the...
We kind of broken. We speak broken. But our way, long as you speak it and say it well. Like, even if you jack up a couple words. Like, we sometimes we use the wrong word. Sometimes, be careful of using the wrong word in the content. Please don't do that.
No, don't use big words if you don't know the meaning.
So
know what you're saying.
Study 5 words a week. Study 5 words a week. The first word I learned that I use to this day, and that was over 27 years ago, empirical knowledge, which means experience. Now, you don't get it misconstrued. That's another word I learned from being conscious. Empirical is something totally different. Don't get the two misconstrued. Empirical knowledge. Empirical, that's going to take you somewhere else. That's for my good Christian people, and
that's higher.
You know, that's study that. That'll get you. Like astroplaning.
Right. Don't get too deep on them there.
No, I ain't gonna get too deep, but it's good to know because those positive chakras that we call on, whether we meditate, when we make prayer, whatever way that you do it, you got to understand that. Like when you're banging your head and you getting that prostration mark, the dark mark is symbolic. It's symbolic to consciousness. Right. So let's be conscious. It's okay to speak well. It's okay to say hello. Now, I still use ma'am.
And listen, I
still use ma'am.
But to go back to what you said about your name, it's okay to be yourself too.
Well, because I made myself drip, but I still like Abdul.
No, listen. My name is Tehran, right?
Oh,
okay.
You use your attribute.
Right. Because he's just my attribute. But my name is Tehran.
Tehran. That's still a good one.
Right. And nobody ever wanted to
from the village. No, your people from the village. They gave you Tehran. I know.
Listen.
You got Indian in
you. Nobody wanted to say it right. Okay? So guess what I wanted my name to be? You going to crack the fuck up.
What?
Fucking
Fatima.
Karen. Fucking Karen. Fucking Karen.
You wanted to be a Karen?
I wanted to be a fucking Karen. Can you believe it? And now I sit back. But
I think that's cool that the clear folks made up that phrase.
Because
Karen.
When you're young and you're black in America and you have a name like Tehran, right, and you go to schools, and when I went to Catholic school, and people are so rude and they're very ignorant, and they'll say stuff to you like, Tehran, what kind of name is that? What was your mother thinking? And as a child, I didn't know that. Now as an adult, I might have a fire comeback. But as a kid, you wonder why, because everybody else was Sharon's and Jerry's and regular name, but not me. I was Tehran. I was like the only person in my class that had a name that wasn't.
That was decent. So you was unique and didn't even know it.
Now
you was so weird and cool.
Yes.
That you didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
Damn.
Didn't even know it. And now I look around and I see all these little boys and their names Teron. They be like, you got a boy name. And I'm like, no, you have a girl name. Okay. Because I'm like way older than you guys.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I used to hate to say it sometimes because I used to hate to repeat myself because nobody would say it right. They would call me everything. Tyron, Tyrone, Tyron, everything but Teron. They never want, it was like, sometimes I got to the point where I felt like people intentionally said it wrong because it's spelled just like it's pronounced. And if you're a teacher, I'm sure you can say a short A. You understand what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be that hard for you to pronounce. And now I'm proud of my name now, but as a child growing up in the 70s with a name like Teron, people.
Wow, that's
right.
Now let me ask you a question. Because of that name, do you think that now I'm great diagnose you? Now, because you had little issues with your name and people used to tease you, is that the reason why you were really fascinated by maybe taking on that school of religion which named your name Khadijah? Did you give your name or did somebody give you your attribute?
No, I chose my own attribute. But
what does Khadijah mean?
Khadijah is the mother of the believers.
Right.
But my aunts and my uncles, they were like FOI when I was a kid. So I had a lot of that. And they used to be on me like, you better not do this, that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so I came, so mostly all my aunts and uncles, almost all my family basically is Muslim. So I had a lot of that in me.
That's good. So that's why you grew up to be a fine young lady.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh. See, because we need some of those principles. We need to bring back, like how many people, and I always encourage, sit at the dinner table with your people. Like, especially your children.
Yes.
Like being as though I'm on the outside now, I was blessed to be under my daughter for 17 years. Wasn't very fortunate to step when my son spent a day with me or a night, eat at the dinner table. But I think that's important. Those that are still in a situation where you're able, have dinner and talk about some ancestral conversation about your family.
Yes.
I think that's very, very important for your children.
Yes.
Have that dinner. I don't care what you eat. Sit at the table and make sure nobody bring their goddamn cell phone.
And you know what? I don't think we understood the importance of us sitting at the table together.
Yeah, that's important.
And now that I'm older and I have grandchildren and I make my grandchildren sit at the table. And it is so important because why? Because you have a chance to sit there and talk about things that you might not have a chance to talk about any other time of the day.
Right.
And growing up, our grandparents made us. I know my grandparents made us. It wasn't no. But then when my mom came, she worked.
Ain't no talking
you
at the damn
you couldn't.
table. Shut up.
You couldn't talk. You could not talk at the table, and you better not sing shit at the table. Okay, singing was off limits. Don't tap your fingers. Don't put your elbow on the table. It was a whole bunch of rules. Okay, put that fork on the left. But those things that we grew up.
We had plastic forks.
Listen. We did not.
Oatmeal was real in our crib. Every day before we went to school, it was like 7 of us that had to get fed. We had the table. I remember that. We did have a table.
Okay.
But this was when my grandma, I guess we was real young then. That's why I'm funny about oatmeal. Because if you had to eat that every day before you left out.
Right.
That was kind of embarrassing.
That was one of the reasons why I don't eat fried chicken. I cannot.
Oh,
oh my God! That has to be. I have to be completely starving, and it has to be really, really good because I am not like a fried chicken person. Because my grandmother cooked fried chicken like almost every other day, and I was over it. Okay.
I don't know
and I can cook it.
I don't know what kind of husband gonna stand for that one.
Listen, I cook it.
You better move next to a crown chicken.
I cook it, but I'm not like a person that would be like, oh my God, I gotta have fried chicken. No, I wouldn't care. I probably would never miss it.
All right, since you bringing up fried chicken
on Black History.
On Black History. Now we understand where the fried chicken and the watermelon came from. That's our shit, and that shit good as shit.
Listen, they ate watermelon too.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Bunch of bullshit. You can give me some watermelon.
I ain't never looked that one up. I ain't never looked that one up.
I saw something. Did you ever watch Hidden Colors?
No.
You have to watch Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors, they have 4 parts. It is an excellent tribute to Black history, and it teaches you so much stuff that you probably never thought about. Because I know before I watched Hidden Colors, when I watched it, I was like, "Damn, what? Amazing!"
Oh, wow.
And they talked about on one of the series, because I can't remember if it was the third one. I know it wasn't the fourth one, but it was either the second or the third one. They talked about where the whole watermelon thing came from on air, and I won't try to remember because I forgot. But I know for a fact that they talk about where that whole watermelon thing comes from. But you gotta watch that.
I'm about to ask
You
my
gotta
pop.
watch that. It's called Hidden Colors,
The origin of the watermelon.
and it was like, wow.
According to Oxford Academic, Oxford University Press, conclusions the diverse evidence, combined, indicates that northeastern Africa is the center of origin of the dessert watermelon, that watermelons were domesticated for water and food there over 4,000 years ago, and that sweet dessert watermelons emerged in Mediterranean lands by approximately 2,000 years ago.
That is our shit.
That's our shit.
That's that. Wait a minute.
Yams too. That came from over Africa.
Wait. We ain't talking about no yams.
But I'm telling you,
Hold up.
that's
No. Toucan, make me a watermelon shirt, nigga. Nigga. My nigga, I want a watermelon shirt. That's ours.
But
We own that. No, I thought that was like a bad stereotype.
no,
Like black people.
they
like,
made
watermelon
it
chicken.
they made it into a bad.
The white folks ain't lie.
They made.
The white folks ain't lie.
yeah.
They ain't lie. That's us. Yeah, watermelon. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm happy. Another
That's what they.
another one.
See, the same thing.
Another one.
Look,
DJ Khaled.
they take it and fucking make it into a derogatory thing.
Yeah.
They be fucking up some
What was his
watermelon
name?
too.
Hold on.
That's why they
I
brought the
need
shit
somebody's
over
name.
here.
Hold up. I need somebody's name. 4,000 years ago. Hold on. Name of the person that discovered the watermelon.
Nobody, you gonna say the name of the.
Here is some information.
Hold on, you
gonna
don't
say the
know.
same
About
thing.
watermelon. According to Integrated Pest Management, University of Missouri, the first recorded watermelon harvest occurred in Egypt nearly 5,000 years ago.
Okay.
Abdul. That was us.
Kemet.
Yeah, all of
See?
them. You know,
But it wasn't.
so Kemet.
But you
okay,
forget.
you being geographical.
Yes, and
Kemet.
don't forget that Kemet wasn't black people. So they say that wasn't us. Okay, that was Liz Teller and them.
With all that melanin, huh?
I don't
With
know
all
how
that
they was
melanin.
going. I don't know how they was going to stand out there that long and build them pyramids. But anywho,
Let me just say this.
Egypt.
Let me say this.
I wonder if they had watermelons in Egypt today.
I'm so proud of that finding. No, honestly.
That made you feel good.
Yeah. Like, that's us.
Do you know
That's
that?
like figures.
So
Yeah,
do you?
that's us.
So understand this. Majority of the crops.
I didn't know that.
Listen, majority of the crops that the African people in America oversaw came from Africa. They came from Africa. So that's why they knew how to tend to them, because they came from their land.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
And a lot of the stuff that was already here, like cotton, there were already Africans on the continent before the man came here. You know, with the ones from overseas, there were many Africans already on this continent.
I got to get him this last fact check.
So do that.
So people can stop spreading gossip and nonsense when you don't know. Do your research. Tilapia.
Tilapia is fake.
It's an African bred. It's an African bred fish. It comes from the ocean floors of Africa. Whether someone takes the fish and farm raise the fish, the vegetable, the plant, the weed, the whatever they reproduce.
Oh Lord!
Don't misconstrue the farm raising aspect, because so what?
So tilapia
Give me a potato.
So tilapia comes from Africa.
Tilapia is an African bred fish. It comes from the ocean floor of one of the African oceans. Do your research.
Which
I'm
African
giving you
ocean?
some information.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that
so
up.
that way you'll know,
They
so
probably
you
made
can
that shit
stop
in LA.
spreading
'Cause I
that
did not eat
it's
that.
not a real fish. Duh.
Where it come from all of a sudden?
Anybody could take an original
We knew silver
and
trout.
duplicate capiso it.
That's right.
You can duplicate anything nowadays,
Let me look that up.
but it is a real fish.
Mm-hmm.
Please use the research. We're going to always give you the
Y'all better
willpower.
research that tilapia, cause
We're going to always give you the
Tastes a little
willpower.
fishy to me.
We're going to give you the willpower. The sense to move on is up to you to implement it and apply it in your everyday life. We're just here to give you the information.
We are just here to give you
Now
the
do that
information.
fact check.
Do your own research
Yes.
and tell us.
You
You
can-
know,
You can look it up now.
look,
you got
I tried
the
to
computer.
look what popped up.
Yeah.
Dangerous. That shit's
No,
fake.
no, whatever. It's not fake. Like, let me give you an example. Another.
You know what? Anything that
anything
popped out within
crabs,
the last 10
shrimps.
years. It,
No, it always was around.
When?
See,
when the fish man
swai.
came around your way.
Swai.
I don't know that one either.
Swai wasn't always around.
Mm-mm.
See, now y'all getting all hip because y'all able to go to a couple little fancy
Mama,
restaurants.
get your dish
Now
pan.
y'all
Here's
learning
the
all
fish
these little
man.
fancy little fishes when you knew you was
Silver
full-blown
trout.
trout and flounder,
Mm-hmm.
porgies.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had no bluefish.
My
You ain't had
grandfather
no
was an
swai.
avid fisherman. He fished every weekend, and we had fish and
You had
grits
Mary's
every.
fish fillets.
No.
You had Mary's cheeseburgers with the cheese in the middle.
Yeah, but I definitely
You had
had
Mary's
those.
sunshine patties.
But my grandfather also fished, and we had fish all the time. I do not recall him ever catching a tilapia.
Because your grandfather didn't know where to go.
He, had
He
to
was
go
so
fishing in
busy going
Africa.
up Trenton.
No, he was
should've
fishing
stayed
in
the
Virginia
motherland.
and Florida. He deep sea
where
fished
they,
in.
where they put what they want there. They put what they want
That was
there.
the fresh Atlantic.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fresh
fresh
Atlantic.
Atlanta.
Atlantic fresh.
Yeah, you know what the word, you know what Virginia for lovers stand for? Since you want to talk.
I don't even. That's probably some racist.
That's where all the slaves used to meet at and have sex with the slaves.
They bred with.
That's why the phrase Virginia is for lovers. That's where it come from. Do your homework.
Oh,
And we can talk about it next week.
We're gonna have to protest that.
Yes, but I'm just saying that's where it come from. That's why you notice
look
they
that up.
changed the phrase on a lot of their license plates.
They
I'm telling
changed a
you.
lot of stuff.
But Virginia is for lovers. That's where that phrase come from.
Yeah,
remember,
just
that's the
made it
ports.
gross.
I swear.
We gonna
Do y'all
look that one
research?
up.
Yeah,
Look up. I know you did, but
I
I'm
did.
telling my audience. Look up Virginia is for lovers and where the origin came from. Thank you guys for watching Willpower Unsurfaced, and we'll see you next week.
Ah.